Hey guys, welcome to next Selenium tutorial. So in this tutorial we are going to talk about Bootstrap Dropdown, how we can handle it in Selenium, how can we validate the Bootstrap Dropdowns, right? So before to that, let's see why this Bootstrap Dropdown is different from traditionally what we follow the Dropdowns pre-populated one, right? So let's see how it is handled in Selenium earlier, right, using select class. So what will happen, right? We usually take the export of the select tag and we usually give it to that select classes as a constructor value. Then it will be, we can select by index, or we can select by visible text or by value. Let's see the definition what this select class is, right? So what is the definition is, right? So a check is made that the given element is indeed a select tag. So this select constructor will only verify whether this path whatever we are giving, right, it has the select tag. So this accepts only the select tag. So if it's not the select tag, right, what will happen, it will throw unexpected tag name exception, right? So which means it is mandatory that select class will accept only the select tag drop downs. Let's see the one example from Facebook. So these three drop downs, right, the date of birth, so these three drop downs made up of using select tag, right? So if you are giving these select tag select drop downs, right, it will directly accept and it will work on, right? We can see here the tag name is select. If you expand this particular select tag, you can see multiple options. So these are the options that this particular web element can handle. The same way, if we go for other drop downs, it also has the same select tag. Under that multiple options it has, right? Only these type of drop downs that Selenium supports directly using the select class. So if it goes beyond this select drop down, right, so like bootstrap drop down, so these bootstrap drop downs will not have the same select tag. So Bootstrap dropdowns will be made up of using multiple tags like button or anchor tag. So you can see over here, this is the one Bootstrap dropdown. This Bootstrap dropdown made up of using button tag. Under that, the dropdown values are developed using anchor tag. The same way, if you see other Bootstrap dropdown, so this Bootstrap dropdown developed using anchor tag. The values are from anchor tag, right? So in the same way, you can see multiple varieties also. We can see that Bootstrap dropdown supports, it has split button, so it has two different buttons. So right, so if we click on a label, it will not give you the dropdown values, but if we click on this arrow mark, it will give the dropdown values, right? Like that it will be. And it also supports multiple colors and different varieties of sizings and different varieties of dropdowns, how it has to display. You can see that it has to be displayed in the right side, or whether it will be a right left side, or multiple drop downs, menu items also, menu alignment. So these are the multiple drop downs that Bootstrap supports. So why this enhancement is there, it is a rich in look and feel in UI. So that's why this Bootstrap drop down comes into picture. So when it comes to Selenium, we cannot handle using the select class, which traditionally what Selenium supports using this select class. So for how can we handle this Bootstrap dropdown is we have to write a small logic to handle this Bootstrap dropdown, right? So let's see that small logic how we can handle this Bootstrap dropdown, right? So for that, let us take that one demo website which is already available in internet. So this website has this button. This is made up of using button tag. It's not a select tag, right? So it is made up of a button tag. Under that, using the UL tag, the multiple options is getting generated, right? These are the options. It is using UL tag. Under that, list will be there. So this is the bootstrap. This is one of the examples for bootstrap dropdown. Let's see how we can handle this and how can we select and deselect the values from this bootstrap dropdown, right? So let's launch this website. So revert dot get. So once we launch your website, we have to click on the bootstrap drop down. First we have to click and then we have to select, right? So let's click on this particular drop down. For that, it is supporting the button tag. So let's write the export for this. Find element by export. So what is the export we have to write? It is button tag. So under that, what it has unique as class name. So let's take this class name as export. So what is the action we have to perform on the particular button? We have to click on the button. So let's click on this. So let's see how it is working now. Open the URL and it click on the Bootstrap drop-down button, right? So after this, what we have to do is we have to select the values, right? So how we can select that? Again, we have to click on the particular label or this checkbox. So that is the only way we have to do this. Like we have to select this. So manually we have to click on this. There is no other options that Selenium provides to select Bootstrap drop-down values. So it is mandatory that we have to handle it ourselves, right? So let's see how we can do that. So for this also we have to write a small logic for that. So how first we have to find out the XPath for this. So how this has been written, it has the some a small logic in it to write your XPath. So how it is made using the div element. Under that we can see unordered list tag. So under that one list tag is there. So this list tag has the all the options. So if we expand this list tag, we can see anchor tag. Under that the label is there. So this label contains the web element. What is the element we wanted to select, right? So for this, right, how exactly it is made up of, right? Let's see it. So this is the div tag. Under that we can see two different. One is button and another one is our unordered list, right? Let's see this. This is the unordered list tag. This is first one is div and this one is button. That is what we have clicked on it, and this one is unordered list element. So under this we will see one unordered list. Under that we have multiple list of elements. This goes on for n element, 1 2 goes up to n element. So under this list element, so we can see, right, so multiple tags in under that. So one is anchor tag, another one is label, right? So one is anchor tag. Under this anchor tag we can see that particular label. So this is anchor tag, this is list, this is the label tag. So how we have to select is we have to take the unordered list first, and then under this we have to select the all the list elements. Under that we have to take the so our anchor tag. Under that label tag we have to take. This is the XPath we have to write it. So under unordered list all the list elements we have to take. So under that one by one we can loop through. So let's write that. Driver dot find element by XPath, right? So what is the path we have discussed? First we have to take the unordered list. Let us take that. This is the unordered list. What we have, only option is class, right? So let us take a relative path unordered list which has class as attribute. The value is what we have copied, right? So under that what it has, we have li tag. So all the tags we have to take. So we have to give double slash li. So under that what we have is a tag. We have to give a anchor tag. So under anchor tag we have one more tag called label. So this has the value, actual value. So we have to take label, right? So what we have to do is this returns multiple values. So we cannot use find element. So we have to use find elements. This returns list of web element. You can see list of web elements, right? So this comes from java.util.list, right? So now we got all the values. What we should do right now, so we have to click on that. So for that, we let's loop through. Before that, let's see how many elements are there in this list dot size. So list supports size to get the number of elements, the count. So let us loop through one by one and let's print all the values what it supports, right? I is equal to 0. Then let's take the list dot size. Right? Let's loop through all the elements of list. So this returns a list, right? So let us loop through that. List dot get of I. So this returns one by one all the web element. So here we have list of web elements. Under this particular web element, it returns, it takes one by one and it will do the actions. It will do some performing the actions. What we have to do is let's take the text what it has exactly. Right? Let's take get text and let us print this. So what this will do is first it will click on that Bootstrap drop down, and then it will find the different values what it has, and then it will print the size and the values one by one. Let's run and see. It's taking a while to load the page. Clicked on it and it has to print all the values. Right, so there are totally 14 number of elements. That is, this line has done it and it has taken the all the values what it has. You can see over here what are the values which is under this drop down is printing all the values. Now our job is to we have to click on the particular element. Let's click on any of the web element. Let's click on Java. Right, so what we have to do is if the value is Java, then click, otherwise you can just break. Right, if this value is Java equals to Java, right, the value exactly you have to give the spelling, right, otherwise then you just go ahead and click on this element. That's all. So it will directly click on the Java element. Let's run on this. So it has to open the page and click on the Bootstrap drop down. So it's taking a while. Internet connection is a little slow. Clicked on the Bootstrap drop down and it has selected the Java. Right, this is how we have to select using Bootstrap drop down. So let's see how we can select all the values, right? So you can see over here that if it's already selected, right, it will click on these elements. That's how it is made up of, right? So for that, just remove this logic and it will directly click on all the elements. So it will take one by one and it will directly click on the all the element, right? Let us see how it goes. Just launching the website. Just to click on this Bootstrap drop down and just click all the, you can see it has clicked all the web elements. So HTML and CSS already enabled, so it is disabled that one. right? So if you want to select still this one, right, you have to write a small logic if it is HTML and CSS. I do not click on this.